everyone. Welcome to the CSA Certified Skin Authority. I'm Dr. Contessa, your certified aesthetic physician here at the CSA Medical Aesthetics. Today, we will present to you a case of sunken under eye. Okay, how do we treat it? So, how do we restore a revitalized, a refreshed look eyes? So, right now, we have with us a former guest, Miss Air Kalingo. Hello. Welcome, Air. So, the concern is about the under eye area. Okay, so Air came to us telling or sharing with me that right now she has this, like the under eye, dark colored or it's sunken. Okay, it's common because when people are so overworked, over fatigued, or lack of sleep, or genetics. Okay, so those are the things that will happen. Okay, so by the way, we're so privileged right now to have with us my co-doctor, my colleague, Dr. Christine Mangiliman.
Hello.
So welcome.
Welcome
to our show.
Thank you for having me.
So yan, si Dr. Christine, okay, will be doing the procedure together with helping Ariane, and Ariane here has this problem under eye area. What we're gonna do is we'll show them how do we manage it non-surgically. Okay, so we have procedures whereby we don't need to do any cutting anymore, or you don't want to go through the knife. So we have a product that could help us correct this under eye problem. Okay, and today we'll present a new product, a new line. Okay, so we call it the Skin Refill. It's from Menarini actually. Okay, there's this dermal filler. It's made of hyaluronic. Okay, and hyaluronic is a natural substance. Okay, nakikita rin natin yan sa skin natin. So it's very safe, and we can inject it into face areas, body areas. The hyaluronic fillers. Yeah. So while my assistants are preparing for the materials, what we did was we cleansed the area. And then we place the topical anesthetic cream. So, kailangan painless.
Yeah.
So, there's a numbing cream. And then we left it for like 30 to 45 minutes. Okay? So, we can already
for
start.
maximum effect.
Yan. Okay. How are you feeling?
Feeling good. And I can feel I think it's numb now.
Yeah. Even when I do my under eye correction using the dermal filler, so I have to apply the topical anesthesia. And it's really numb. Parang nangangapal, or there's something going on there. There's a chemical reaction happening there. Yeah. So we did a draping already. So we'll be removing na. Okay, I'll be careful lang, Ariane. Yeah. So the technique that I will use, Dr. Christine, is via cannula technique. So before I already demonstrated the injection under the eye, I made use of a needle. So right now, I'll be using a cannula. Because the under eye area, okay, it's rich with blood vessels also. So a lot of us are prone to bruising. Okay, so if you don't want to have hematoma under the eye, I can use the cannula. Okay, and I wanted to have only a one entry point. Okay, so ideally, we wanted to correct definitely the skin under the eye. So this part here is beginning to sunken. There's a volume loss at this part already. So you wanted to correct that. You fill it in with a hyaluronic filler. Okay. So also extending near the lateral canthus of the eye. So look at the discoloration or the pigmentation under the eye area. It's so common among Asians also having this kind of problem. I think they were saying the Asians daw, we are the ones who always have this tired-looking eyes. There's this like, masisipag ang mga Asians eh. Masipag ang mga Caucasians, mas masipag ang Asians. Okay. So, we wanted to correct that. Now, initially, I do the Lidocaine injection at my entry point. Okay. For some of, if you want a landmark, okay, the lateral canthus here, make a vertical line, and then the alar area, horizontal line, then that's your entry point for your injection, okay? So I pinch the skin and then inject this lidocaine, okay? Just a little bit. Okay. Sorry, the lidocaine is kind of gives you a sting sensation. Sorry, just a little bit. Okay, there you go. And just 0.1, and then an entry point. Okay, so you can make use of like a gauge 19 needle for your entry point. And then this is my Skinfill filler. Okay, so I'm using the cannula here.
Which is not sharp at all, right?
Exactly, the ferra. So there you go. So that's the entry point, and then I just thread this towards the teardrop area. You have the infraorbital rim here, right? So just thread the cannula, just gentle for air. Okay, there you go. So I'm just careful in injecting it. Okay, there you go. So I'm already in the end point part, and then I just push the filler. You can fill in starting with some tiny amounts, or we call it micro aliquots. So we're replacing in the dermal filler. So usually the fillers that we inject into the skin here is just a light filler, or those fillers with like we call them low G prime filler, or some fillers that are not so viscous, not so thick, because you don't want to have a lumpy substance here. So you want a filler that will spread or integrate with the skin here. Okay, so there's already an elevation. I can notice an elevation already. And when I do my filler under the eye, I do not overcorrect. I place like just an enough amount, because the filler will attract water. It's hydrophilic, and it will still expand, or it will still, because of the hydration, it will still volumize or plump up. Okay, so I did already the teardrop area. Then I can still add on this side, because you notice the pigmentation is extending on the lateral. So you can even fill in towards the lateral. So my technique is I can pinch the skin like this, and then thread the cannula towards the infraorbital rim. Okay, so this is just to add filler into the
Lateral area.
Yes. So you okay? Yeah. So first you're good. Mamaya, Arian will ask some questions. Okay. So basically, I injected a 0.5, and then you can do a massaging like this, a gentle massaging. So that's already a 0.5 of the filler.
You can already see the changes.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. And over time, it will still improve because of the hydration. Okay, you will be able to correct the pigmentation. As time passes by, it will gradually lighten. Okay. Then she can maintain with some topical creams under the eye to also lighten the area. Okay. You have any questions here?
I'm just curious to see how it looks, but I'll wait.
Yeah, me too. So we're proceeding to the left side. Arian is okay. So we already have seen a big difference. Okay, again, this is a lidocaine injecting. Okay, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay, just a tiny amount. So we're finishing the left side. Okay. So sponge, please. Just a pinpoint bleed, and then insertion again. So this is just again a cannula using Skinfill. Made of hyaluronic substances. Okay, so I'm threading the cannula towards the teardrop. Okay, inhale, exhale, Arian. You know there's something going in, but it's tolerable. So I'm pushing tiny amounts. Okay. Call this a linear retrograde technique. So once it's already inside, and then you're pulling your the syringe here outwards, and then you're pushing the material into the area.
Into the hollow area.
Yes. Okay, so air has to drink a lot of water. Hydrate. Okay, because this will still improve over time. Yeah.
The hyaluronic acid attracts water.
Exactly. It's a hydrophilic. It's a water polysaccharide, or your glycosaminoglycan, your GAGs. Okay. So they are very vital, very significant. They will keep the moisture into the skin. Kaya yung pag nag-age na kasi, nagdi-decrease or nadi-deplete yung hyaluronic. So, nagiging dehydrated skin tayo eh. So, pag tumatanda na tayo, Christine, nawawala ang hyaluronic. Kaya, nagiging tuyot ang skin. Diba? Dati, skin natin parang grapes. Yan lang pag tumatanda, na-dehydrate, nagiging raisin. Yun. So, from grapes to raisin. Ngayon, grapes na lang tuloy-tuloy. So, a well-hydrated skin. And of course, healthy lifestyle dapat, di ba, Air? Yung healthy diet, healthy exercise, positive outlook. Yan. So, I'm treading into the lateral area just to fill in that side. Kasi when you also fill in near the lateral canthus, somehow it has this effect of pulling or lifting towards the sides. So if you have a saggy under eye, you can correct that by filling in this side or lateral area. So some discomfort lang, okay. So I already used the 1 syringe Skinfill silver for the under eye area. Okay, so Air can just do a gentle massaging here. Yeah, gentle to spread the filler. Okay, there you go. So let's show to Air.
Wow, I can see the difference.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
more, it went out more.
Yes, exactly. It gives you an instant result. Instant result. And over time, it will still improve. You will still see more like lightening, and like your eyes become more refreshed. You wanted to revitalize your looks, and people would say, "Oh, Air, you're relaxed right now." So that's the wonderful thing with our Skinfill. Okay, and so yeah, an instant result. It's very safe, and you've seen it. It's just a quick procedure. Okay, and
10 minutes.
you don't see any hematoma, no bruising at all. Okay, we just had one entry point. It's just normal. Initially, the entry point has a white or a blanching or something like a light color. It's from the lidocaine, but
yes.
later on it will go away. So instant result, quick procedure, very safe, very effective. It's made of hyaluronic, a natural substance, and over time it will still improve. It will still hydrate the skin under the eye. You will look more refreshed. You'll have a revitalized looking eyes or immortalized eyes.
Should I ice the under eye?
Yes, exactly. So after the procedure, do ice compress. Okay. We actually give like a home instructions for every patient of ours, right? So you may wanna share something with our televiewers. Okay.
I'm very happy with the results, and I saw instantly how different it was compared to before the procedure. It looks a lot different. It's like the eyes outer more, and I can really see the difference, and I'm very happy with what Dr. did. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Air. Thank you, Dr. Christine. We're so happy.
I learned a lot too.
So yeah, so we've used the Skinfill, this dermal filler. Okay, we have the line Relife from Menarini Group, and then after this, we'll present another product from the same company. It's called Happy Lift, a revitalizing thread. We'll be doing a jawline reshaping sa pagbabalik ng CSA Certified Skin Authority. And we're back mga kasilsay. We will now present to you the jawline reshaping using the Happy Leaf threads from Real Life Menarini Group. Okay, so we have Pau. How old are you, Pau?
I'm 34 years old.
Okay, but young looking. Parang 24 lang, no? Yes. So he was one of our guests before. Okay, when we did some radius injection before. Okay, so right now, I wanted to have a very defined jawline here. Okay, so we have a kind of a thread. Okay, it's actually still within this what they call this pack here. It's very sterile. Okay, and it gives a lifting, or we call this suspension threads or the lifting threads. And then this one is made of a caprolactone plus some polylactic acid. Okay, and we know that polylactate or caprolactones are some molecules that are very safe also, and it's been used in surgery for a long time. Okay, and by the way, Pau, we have also our associate doctor. So let's welcome Dr. Mickey. Yan. So, kamusta, Doktora?
Yeah, great. I'm excited to do this.
And we're happy Dr. is with us because
Thanks for having me.
she'll be helping us with this kind of Happy Leaf threads. Okay, you've heard about this, Doktora? Some lifting threads?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. And basically, we make use of this in aesthetic surgery, plastic surgery, or facial lifting, or face reshaping, face contouring. Okay, they're very safe. Okay, they have been studied already. Actually, this is from a European manufacturer. Okay, so it's not something local.
Yeah.
Okay, so ano siya, Pau?
Okay.
Medyo bigatin.
Yes.
European company ang gumawa eh. Okay, basically, when we do jawline reshaping, we wanted to bring out yung line dito sa ating angle of the jaw. We wanted to define it.
Yeah.
We wanted to bring it out. So, we have some landmarks. Then we do some surface markings like this. So, initially, we get the entry point here above the 1 cm above the angle of the mandible here. So, entry point po dito. And then, there's an exit point to this side here where we have the jowling part. Okay. And then also, we have an intermediate exit point to the in front of the tragus of the ear. And then, we do a so-called J stitch towards this, like 2 cm in front of this intermediate point. So, this is a second exit point. And by the way, what are these lines here, Doctora? These are so-called safety lines. When you say safety lines, well, preferably, you wanted to avoid the upper part and you wanted to avoid the medial part here. The main reason, meron tayong mga blood vessels that we're trying to avoid, and some of the, like for example, yung branches from the facial nerve here, yung papunta sa, yung meron papunta sa temple, yung temporal branches, okay? So, those are just mga structures that we wanted to avoid. That's why we call this a safety line here. Okay, we're using the Happy Leaf, but actually before we do this kind of procedure, it's very important to clean the area.
Yes.
So meron din tayong asepsis, antisepsis. And then we also applied a topical numbing cream. We left it for 45 minutes.
Yes.
And then after that, we'll still inject some lidocaine dun sa ating entry points, exit points, and then yung lines where we will thread in our Happy Leaf threads. Okay? So, we'll make use of our, ayan po, kailangan sterile gloves. So, we'll have some injection of our entry and exit points. So, we'll have Pau na. Okay? Lean back. Okay, relax na lang po. And then, we'll inject some of our lidocaine. So, ang first entry point will be this 1 cm above the mandible. Okay, so we'll inject our lidocaine na here. So, a little bit of a lidocaine. And then, dun sa line where we will thread our Happy Leaf. Okay. So, basically, you're just following the line ng ating mandible area. Okay. And then, also going up. So, this is important to have your markings. And always remember our anatomy. Okay. Now, after that, So this, since this is our entry point, okay, we'll add more of our lidocaine. And then we'll have the entry point here. Okay, thank you. So we need like a gauge 19 needle. So that will serve as our entry for our first part of the needle. So I pinch the skin and then puncture like this. Okay. Yes. So we have our sterile gauze here. And then the first part of this, so this is a sterile needle. It's actually a double needle with the polycaprolactone and polylactic acid thread. So if you can see, let's show them. We call it a double needle kind of a thread here. Okay. And then the thread is in between, and it's made of a caprolactone polylactic kind of a thread. Okay. So Dr. will hold that. I'll first get the first needle here. Okay. So basically, so needle has this sharp thing. So bevel up, and then insert into the entry point here. Okay, and then just thread it towards the jowl area. So the plane should be subdermal plane, okay, or the subcutaneous area. And just gentle. Then I'm nearing my exit point already. Okay. Now my technique is I need a cap of the, there you go. So I see this part already, our exit. I cap this, then there you go. See?
Yeah.
So it helps me in bringing it out. Okay. So we now have the first part. Okay, let's just pull this. There you go. So Doctor, you need to hold this other needle. Then we look for the center that's free of the, because this is a barbed thread.
Yes.
Okay. So we look for the center where it's doesn't have the barb. There you go. So there's the center there. So we need to pull the thread. So actually, since it's barb already, it's kind of biting the tissues na. Okay. Up to that area. Okay. And then we'll use this other needle to enter towards the another exit point here. It's an intermediate point, we call it. Then we enter the same entry point here. Okay. So, pa-hold lang, Doktora. So, pa-turn po, Sir Pao, to the other side. So, same entry point that I use for this thread to enter. Okay. I'll pinch the skin. Okay. So, I just need the support of this sterile one because we have very sterile materials. And then I'll just pinch this. Okay, lower part lang po. Okay, sponge please. Yeah, I need a sponge to see my entry point again. Same area where I did my first needle a while ago. And then just traverse it. Okay, release Doctora, release your hand, and then this is just subdermal as I mentioned.
Just following the lines, Doctor.
Exactly. So we did the markings already a while ago. So this is our intermediate point. Okay, we need to reach the intermediate point. Once I can feel the tip of the needle, okay, there you go. Then I need my cap again to support.
To push against it,
push it again. Yeah. So it's very important to be careful of.
Yes, it's for safety as well.
Exactly. So So we can just pull this. So the omega pattern that they call it. There you go. So now we have a so-called, you can do a J-stitch technique. Okay, there you go. J-stitch is that you'll enter again this intermediate point and then exit to our last point of, this is the last point of exit. Okay, so same area again that we entered. Okay, you okay, Pao?
I'm okay.
Yeah. So it's like doing your, you know, sewing something or stitching something. So again, same entry point here. Because this will serve as the anchorage. Okay. And then again, I've mentioned it is subdermal. So I'll be reaching, it's like just 2 centimeters. Or like near 1 inch already, right, Dr.?
Yes, Doctor.
So I'll check for my exit point. So when I fill the, we need the cap again to support my exit. There you go. So we release it now. There. So just pull it, and there you go. Okay, so now we need our surgical scissors. Okay, actually this is a so-called jawline reshaping basic technique. It's just a basic technique for the happy lip. So after that, we'll just cut. We'll just cut the area here. When I do my cutting,
Very close.
Yeah, very close. And then same thing here. So we're proceeding to the left side. Okay, Doctora. So we did the anesthesia injection already, and then I have the entry point here. So we're using again our happy lip threads. Okay. So I'll pinch and then insert. So the good thing with these threads, these are absorbable threads. Okay, when we use the caprolactone, I like it because it lasts longer.
How long?
Well, we always say threads 1 to 2 years, something like that. But it depends. Some of my patients even longer pa eh. Eh, Pao is still young. Batang-bata pa si Pao. So, sabi niya 34.
Yeah.
Okay, parang 20s.
Yes.
So it's normal at first, parang there's a blanching again, and there's a dimpling. That's normal. It will go away like a 1 to 2 week period.
Yes.
Okay. After this, you just have to do ice compress. Okay. So while we're cleaning the area, any message pa sa ating mga manonood regarding this experience po, the procedure that you had?
Okay yun, mga ka-CSA.
Right.
Maganda naman yung feeling ko maganda yung magiging result.
Yes, we'll be showing to the
Dahil yung product,
results.
dahil yung product galing abroad, Europe, right?
Yes.
Tsaka wala kang mararamdaman na discomfort.
Exactly.
Thank you,
Okay, kung meron po silang katanungan, you may email me at csaskinclinic@yahoo.com. Meron tayong FB page, CSA Derm Centre, Instagram, doc_Contessa. Ang address po ng aming clinic, 2nd floor, Pure Gold Dau Building, Dau MacArthur Highway, Mabalacat, Pampanga. Contact number 045-331-1117 or 0933-860-9193 or 0917-504-4268. Marami pa po kaming mga videos, okay? Kung gusto nyo pong panoorin mga videos natin, several topics po. We have our YouTube channel, Contessa Salvador. Click nyo lang po, Contessa Salvador, and paki-like na rin and subscribe as well. Okay, salamat po sa inyong lahat. God bless you all. When it comes to natural beauty, you can trust the CSA Certified Skin Authority.